Hello my boys, good morning and welcome to Path of Exile 2. So GGG revealed everything for the Dawn of the Hunt, and in this video here I will discuss everything based on my personal experience. I will give you some opinions here and there. So let's get started. We have Dawn of the Hunt starting on 4th of April, which is pretty soon. Well, the biggest thing that I didn't expect from this reveal is adding 100 new support gems and 100 new unique items. I had not seen this coming. Also 100 new support gems, this is huge. This is the biggest change in this patch because it will affect all the existing builds in Path of Exile 2. People will need to redesign their gem setups because 100 it's a lot, it's a large number. I'm pretty sure that some of these gems will be better options for all the existing builds. So mark my words that everyone will work on their builds in order to incorporate some of these new gems. They will do changes. And here we had 100 new unique items. Now, in Path of Exile fashion, most of them will be trash. We see little play, but some of them will be good. What I need to say here that seeing 100 new unique items and limited time, I'm assuming they copied a lot of items from Path of Exile 1. So my prediction is that more than 50% of these unique items will be copycats from Path of Exile 1 because simply they didn't have enough time to design from scratch unique items. So this is my prediction. They will copy a lot of things from Path of Exile 1. Yeah. What's interesting here to mention that they added charms, and here we have a preview. Basically this is onslaught buff conditionally, and it's actually quite easy to trigger it because a lot of monsters will apply slows and you get free onslaught. So this is a unique charm and you need to read this line, our first unique charms, so there are more. Yeah. So this is a spoiler that they added more unique charms. This is not the only one, which is great. Now let's start with the top here and see what we get. So we get the Huntress, which is the new class. What's interesting here is that we have the ascendancies reveal. Just one caught my eye here, which is the ritualist. This is the strongest shit I ever seen in Path of Exile 2, you know? And I've seen some crazy shit. So let's get started with this one that you can equip one additional ring. The ring slot is very flexible in Path of Exile. It has so many great modifiers that it can roll. Usually people use it to keep their resistances, but we also have unique rings. Not only that you can have free rings, you have 25% increased bonuses gained from equipped rings and amulet. So basically all free rings will be 25% more potent, but it also you get bonuses from the amulet. This is crazy good. I don't know what they were thinking. It will get nerfed in my prediction because it's just too strong. It's also versatile. You can use it in a lot of builds. Yeah, so you can use free rings and the rings are more potent, also affects the amulet. It's great. Now, because GGG knew that these effects are way too strong, they added here some downsides. So, at the cost of reduced mana, reduced spirit, reduced resistance. It lets you pick. And because we're smart guys, we will pick this one, reduce resistances, because mining 50% to all elemental resistances is nothing. It's so easy to get resistances even from a single ring. You get triple resistances and problem solved. Not only that, we have increased effect of those bonuses. So basically, most of the guys will pick this one, minus 50 to all elemental resistances. Maybe some of them you lose blood magic and they don't care about mana and will pick this one. Spirit is a very valuable resource, so I doubt that anyone will pick this thing here. Now, another thing that I like here is this one here, one extra charm slot. So you can get 4 charms now. Keep in mind we also have those unique charms that are much more stronger, like that one that gives you onslaught. Not only that, let's say you're doing a battle versus a boss, hard boss. Now, if you don't have enough charges, they will still trigger by consuming your mana. So not only that you have 4 flexible charms that you can customize as you desire, they will also trigger in 1 versus 1 scenarios even without charge. This is too strong. I've seen a lot of people talking about these nodes where you get headhunter modifiers, you steal modifiers from rares, but they are inconsistent and you want something consistent. So in my opinion, you go with this one with extra charms because it's way better. These are fun. Maybe if you get bored, you can experiment with your maps because we want to have fun, but these are much more consistent to get with one charm slot. One charm slot, and you also trigger when you don't have enough charges, which is too good. Let's go back here. So this is the strongest in my opinion. What I don't like about the Huntress that based on what I've seen in the reveal video, it's focused around combos. And I hate builds where you need to do a lot of combos in order to be good. Now, we will see how it plays. So even here we have some skills. I cannot say at the moment I need to play the class. Usually I need to play it myself to test it and see it on my own feeling, how I feel the build, if it feels good or bad. But what I've seen so far, there are a lot of combos and I don't enjoy builds that you need to press a lot of buttons. Now we have new ascendancy classes. I need to take my time to see all of them, but this one is very interesting. Looks fun, as a matter of fact. Is the Smith of Kitava. I need to point out this thing, Forging Flames. So modifiers to maximum fire resistance, also grant maximum cold and lightning resistance. And this one, when you get fire resistance, you also get some cold and lightning resistance. This we already have in Path of Exile 1 for the Chieftain. So these two are again scrapped for Path of Exile 1. You see a trend there. Good. So this is broken as fuck in terms of defenses. Basically, you're just stacking up maximum fire resistance. You get it to 90%. And you get for free also 90 cold resistant and 90 lightning resistant, which will make you very tanky against spells. What I need to stress here that Warrior has access to the skill tree left bottom part to a lot of maximum fire resistance node. So getting to 90% maximum fire resistance is quite easy on a warrior. This is what you need to understand. So getting that 90% fire, lighting and cold, it's easy. Not only that, this one is quite good. It will allow you to drop some modifiers on your items. For example, if you get 100 fire resistance, you get for free 50% cold and lighting, which is quite good in terms of defenses. Now this is the MVP. A lot of people are hyped about this. This passive skill is free to allocate, so you don't need to invest nodes. This is what I understand here. But, in my opinion, it's not that strong. If it only lets you to pick one, because it's conditional. You can only use normal body armor. This is a big downside. Yeah. For example, for this, if you have 90% fire resistant, I would personally go with Cloak of Flames, because it converts 40% of physical damage to fire. Even here, if you pick this one, it gives you just 25%, which is less. Yeah. Not only that, Cloak of Flames can be corrupted with Valors, so you convert more, like 45-47% of physical damage taking as fire damage, which is a huge physical damage mitigation. So I'm not sure about this, if it's strong or not. Also, I didn't understand quite clearly if it lets you pick more than one. Because if you can pick just one from this list, it's trash, it's my opinion. If you can pick 2 or 3, it's good. Yeah. So if it just allows you to pick one node, it's trash. It's not worth it. This is a clear example. For example, this one, conversion physical to fire, it's very strong, but you can just use a Cloak of Flames, which is superior. Okay, let's move on. Oh, the Spectre skill. This is great. A lot of builds will be focused around this skill gem with the Ray Spectre. So forget the classical minions. Everyone will experiment with Ray Spectres. You know, it's just too good. Also, I'm expecting some of these spirits from the monsters in game to give auras effects or certain buffs to your characters. So we might see specters even on non-minion related builds, you know, because once the specter dies, you resummon it. Yeah, so I will experiment with this with different classes. You look for minions that give you auras or special effects to your character to make it stronger, and you use them. And if they die, they will get resummoned, no problem there. Especially for 1 versus 1 scenarios like bosses, for example. Now the row, I have mixed opinions about it. It can help you clear the maps faster, but it's too early to say if it's good or bad. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I really don't know what to say here. Spectres will see a lot of play, will be good. The row, I don't know, to be sure. So I won't say anything here. Let's scroll down a little. New encounter, Asmerian Wisps. You know, in Path of Exile 1, where we had Affliction League, they introduced these whips. This is another content that was scraped from Path of Exile 1. It makes sense because they didn't have enough time to do all these changes, so they scraped a lot of content from Path of Exile 1. Which a lot of people are afraid that Path of Exile 2 will become a copy of Path of Exile 1. Last year I said that Path of Exile 2 could become a copy of Path of Exile 1, meaning that after 1 year or so, people will no longer feel the need to play Path of Exile 1 because Path of Exile 2 will have all that content that Path of Exile 1 offers, but you know, with a better graphic engine, better sound, so people will opt for Path of Exile 2 and Path of Exile 1 will start to die. This was my prediction that I did last year. And by the look of it, this is the approach that GGG is doing. They're copying a lot of things from Path of Exile 1 into Path of Exile 2. Here we have new areas, which are basically unique maps. It's important to notice the rewards that they give, yeah, especially here, new bases that we can craft. We will talk a little about the crafting system also. Here for essences, basically we had a node in Path of Exile 1 called Crystallized Resonance, and they used it again in Path of Exile 2 for this unique map. Another thing that they scrapped from Path of Exile 1. And we have 5 more maps that they will reveal. New encounter, Rogue Exiles. Now this is an easy to make content, so they knew that the endgame was lacking content and they had a meeting. GGG had a meeting and they said, man, we need to add more content so people don't get bored. And one of the easiest content that they can do on the spot is add Rogue Exiles, because these are basically unique monsters that have special abilities, really easy to design, you don't need a lot of coding for this, and they added an interesting thing, once they die they will drop all their items to the ground. This is unique, we don't have this in Path of Exile 1. Here they better the strongboxes by adding more interaction. We have some unique strongboxes. This is interesting, but again, it was easy to make, to add something on the spot, which makes sense because GGG wanted to, didn't have enough time to do a lot of changes, but this shows that in future patches they will add more stuff. So they are listening to the community, they want to make the game great, and this shows that they try their best in such a short period of time to make a lot of changes, especially for the end game here. So now it's less boring. So we have a new progression system for the end game with the corruption. This is quite interesting, especially after you cleanse the area of corruptions, then you have those crystals that can drop fracturing orbs or something like that. I watched the video yesterday. Fracturing orb, it's really overpowered for crafting. We'll see a lot of play. This helps with deterministic crafting. Yeah, this will also skyrocket the prices of chaos orbs. So you lock in place the modifier that you want and you spam chaos orbs like a maniac on them. This is a great farm that you can do. You farm for fracturing orbs, which, mark my word, they will get really expensive. So if you want to be smart because you watch PoE guy now, at the start of the league, you will flip fracturing orb. You buy them because they will be cheaper, and as the league progresses, they will go more and more expensive. Mark my word that this will happen. So investing early into fracturing orb, it's a good and smart thing to do. Oh, this one I simply love it. So in Path of Exile 2 we had a lot of towers overlapping and you had to manage all those towers, you had to complete the towers and then to manage them. Well, that was a pain, I was hating that thing. Now you have less towers, basically one tower will cover all the area, you go for that tower. Not only that, you will place multiple tablets. This is the best change that you can do. They were very inspired with this, I simply love it. New mechanics, corrupted essences. What's important here to notice are the special essences that will see a lot of play. Look at this beauty, 50% increased effect of socketed runes and soul cores. This is OP as fuck. Essence of Insanity on corruption, item gains 2 enchantments. This is basically the double corruption from Path of Exile 1. This will be a form of gambling actually, because you want to craft something decent and then to hit 2 great corruptions with synergy, then the item can be really expensive. Overall, I can say that essence farming will be a thing in Path of Exile 2, especially for these special essences. This will be hunted aloud, and the greater essences of course. Okay, play Down of the Hunt on 4th of April, which will be the release date. So I need to remind you that I will league start with my Warbringer Totem Master because it's very lazy, very cheap, very fun, very good to play. So basically this is a one button build, you move around, you place totems, they kill everything for you, so it's stress-free play and it's also very tanky. Not only that, I explained that they introduced new gems and I will do some changes for this build. Yeah, so this I will incorporate it for sure, so the build was close to immortal and we're getting even more tankiness out of this gem. I will explain everything in a video, I will start working on it. I'm really upset that they have not revealed the patch note changes. So in case you missed it, I have an info channel for this build, but the build got better and better. So I progressed this build as I played Path of Exile 2, always upgrading, always making better. So here is the build guide, but actually the build is much more stronger than it was in this build guide. Yeah, it's much more tankier, stronger, cheaper, faster, better, you know, like Daft Punk. And I need to make a new guide with all these changes that I did to the build in order to help new channel visitors to make the build easier to understand the build. Here you have the info channel and here you have a dedicated chat channel for the build. If you want to play a lazy build which is also cheap and fun, go with it. So in the following days I will make a new build guide for it and I will show more gameplay footage. Yeah. Hopefully they will also reveal the patch note changes. Until then, I wish you to have a great day and good luck.